The second grade phase. The phase when fairness matters most, differences get noticed, and your enthusiastic kid thinks anything sounds like fun. The baby fat has been shed, the school routine has become, well, routine, and your little one suddenly doesn't seem so little anymore. But this is a phase of fun, maturity, and increased independence. There's so much to look forward to in the second grade phase. You'll be amazed at how much your 7-year-old will change this year. Physically, they will grow approximately 3 inches and gain 7 pounds. Be ready to invest in several pairs of shoes and pants this year. Second graders are known for their growth spurts. Socially, your kid may struggle in highly competitive situations. They often prefer independent work and alone time, and they place high value on fairness and consistency. One of the biggest changes for a second grader is their growing ability to control their emotions. They thrive with routine and clear boundaries and logically interpret cause and effect. So when your second grader pretends he didn't know he'd get in trouble for getting homemade slime in the carpet, well, you may want to give him another chance to respond truthfully. While no two second graders are the same, there are a few universal truths when it comes to parenting and leading this phase. First, fairness matters. Cops, CSI, Nancy Drew, Barney Fife, whatever the badge, your child will quickly apprehend and convict you for offenses of unfairness. They may also report the offenses of others, including teachers, classmates, or puppies, if they detect a preference that isn't in their favor. Another fact about the second grade phase is that differences display their uniqueness. Your second grader's brain is changing in some incredible ways, and they're beginning to notice, not everyone is like me. And until now, everyone was pretty equal. Seriously, what kindergartner isn't the best at everything? By second grade, kids take notice of qualities that make one kid athletic and another artistic. Every second grader handles this realization differently, so be careful with navigating conversations about who the fastest kid on the lacrosse team is. I've saved the best truth for last. This phase is a blend of capable and dependent. You are entering the golden years of childhood. No one should have a favorite phase, but if you like this phase a whole lot, you aren't alone. Your kid is impressionable, eager, and excited about what you are excited about. If you think something sounds like fun, it won't take much to convince them it really is fun. In the second grade phase, you all have a specific role. Your role is to engage their interests. Your second grader is becoming increasingly self-aware, aware of their thoughts, aware of their abilities, and very aware of their mistakes. Even though your kid is gaining independence in some wonderful ways, don't miss the internal struggle of this phase. The way you answer their questions, listen to their stories, and show up consistently will encourage their efforts. It's important to keep in mind that second graders think like scientists. The way they process information best is when you give them concrete examples. Don't just talk to them about constellations, take them outside and have them search for the Big Dipper. Leaders, when you're engaging this age in a conversation about faith, be specific about how trusting God looks in real, everyday life. Second, 7-year-olds are constantly asking the same question: do I have what it takes? Maybe for the first time in their lives, your second grader is realizing things about themselves that might be difficult for them to process. You capture their heart when you encourage their efforts. Every kid wants to feel like they're good at something, and that's especially true at this age. Find something your second grader can do and excel at. Piano lessons, soccer practice, math tutors, all of these things motivate and affirm your second grader. This should come as no surprise, but second graders are motivated by fun. You coach this motivation when you play on their level. Break out that board game or let them show you the cool new gaming app they've downloaded. Even if it's just for a few minutes, you're building a framework where fun and one-on-one time are priorities. One exciting development in this phase is the second graders' increasing ability to communicate and think logically. It's the perfect opportunity to plant seeds of spiritual growth in a second grader's heart. This year, you will provoke discovery so your child will trust God's character and experience God's family. Your second grader may be starting to read and enjoy books. So, this is a great year to purchase a kid's Bible. Look for one that is the full text in an easy-to-read translation like the NIRV. You might need to read it to them for now, but continue having other faith conversations as you go about your days together. Your second grader is quickly learning the habits and routines that make your family work. Make church a priority, but don't let it be the only time you talk about faith. Talk about God as you go about your day. You do that when you share your faith story. Say things like, "When I first trusted Jesus." Repeat simple statements you want them to memorize. Things like, "You need to make the wise choice," and "You should try to treat others the way you want to be treated." You can also talk about how you manage finances as a response to God. Say things like, "Our family sets aside 10% of what we make to give to our church." Finally, you can connect with a faith community. And don't just attend, get involved. Create relationships with parents in all seasons of life. You'll need their support and wisdom now and as your child moves on to the next phase. Time with a second grader will move more quickly than you think. In fact, there are approximately 572 weeks from the time a second grader turns 7 until they leave home and move on to what's next. Remember, it's just a phase, so don't miss it.